Hey guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday, the 3rd of November 2019. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm using the amazing Cosmic Tarot, the Hollywood Tarot, as some people on this channel have dubbed it, because it's got lots of characters in it that look a little bit like Greta Garbo and Clark Gable and all the old Hollywood stars. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards a couple of times to see what the energy of Sunday, the 3rd of November, is about. And I hope you've had a great start to November. Here in the UK, the clocks have gone back and it is now pitch black. And November, December are the darkest months of the year. So I'm going to a bonfire tonight to get some artificial light. I spoke to my sister in South Africa on FaceTime a moment ago, and I looked behind her and there were palm trees and the sun was shining and the water was warm. Oh, it just looked lovely. But we go with the seasons, don't we? We have to. I had an ex who really was in touch with the seasons. That's the one thing he taught me, that you don't have to dread any season. You can see the good in it. All right, so we've got Two of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse, and Justice. Okay. The Two of Pentacles, we have a very funny looking guy, and he walks on water almost. And you can see this infinity symbol there, and the Two Pentacles on his shirt. And what that means is he's in a process. See that yin yang on the sail? He's a process of constantly, or he gets involved in the process of constantly balancing your life out between the emotional, the physical, what you want, what you dream of, what you desire, and to maintain a balance in your practical life so that you can juggle things, keep them going, and continuously move forward. That is in reverse. So in terms of your feelings or your practical life today, you're not going to feel like it's the same old ho-hum, humdrum kind of existence where you just go through experiences for the sake of things and you're just going through the motions. So that comes to an end. Going through the motions today is not an option. Something new happens, something that you see is focused on and pursued, and that creates balance, rather than looking at your bills and your credit cards and, getting groceries and clothes shopping and all of the basics in life. That's not really going to be so much of a focus. What's more interesting is fire. The only thing missing in this reading, look, we've got Earth, Pentacles is Earth, then we have Swords, which is air, and then we have a Major Arcana card, which it's Libra. Look, we've got the scales there, perfect balance. So that's air as well, I would say. So the only thing missing, we've got water, earth, air. The only thing missing is fire. And the fire is coming out of her eyes. So you see something today that allows you to put aside your regular Sunday routine and to pursue that, and you're not going to be heartbroken by the outcome. Because the Three of Swords, when it's this way around, the grey men have come for you. They're here to take you away. This is like the ultimate death. This is like you cross the threshold into the dark place. If you're like, imagine if after you die, you live in this castle, like American Horror Story, again, like Murder House. Everyone who dies on the premises stays on the premises for all eternity, and these are your companions for the future. If you were confronted with this kind of scene, I'd certainly be heartbroken, because it's like, okay, I'm going to have to look at you three for the rest of eternity. No, thank you. Heartbreak. The Three of Swords means that. Heartbreak, betrayal, loss, people talking behind your back, people stabbing you in the back, people being untrustworthy, all of that thing. Sorry, it's raining a bit, so raindrops on the window. It's in reverse, thank goodness. So instead of being again, it's the outside world can't touch you. Again, here, the everydayness of your life, the mundane, banal things, grocery shopping, getting your hair done, getting on the train to commute, all of those banal, mundane things aren't going to touch you today. You're not doing your daily routine as usual. All of the intellectual, negative things that come from within and that come from other people, that's not there today. Because instead of heartbreak, loss, and betrayal, we have got clarity of thought, vision, purpose, and clarity. And we've hit the bullseye here, the rose, and we're going towards achieving that rose instead of coming to an end. So finally, justice is what you put in, you get out. We've got these triangles pointing upwards and downwards. It represents the physical reaching up to the spiritual so that they meet. We've got the new moon and the sun, or the moon and the sun. So we've got these opposites. We've got yin, yang, male and female. We've got a tower behind her. So she is an eternal structure. She is justice. And this is Greta Garbo. Rather than justice being blind, as it is in our culture, she focuses very clearly and she can see justice. She's a judge. But the justice card is a karma card. So first of all, you're able to make good decisions. Second of all, you're happy and good to spend time with other people because they're not going to break your heart. So connect with other people today. And also, you are the judge, jury, and executioner today. You are justice personified because you transcend the balance or the everydayness of your life because everything's been taken care of. You now have a focus on other people and sharing communication and loving them and being beautiful and passionate with other people and also connecting with the higher realms, enjoying a sense of freedom, vision, sight, and clarity. Those are the key words for today, I feel. Balance within yourself, clarity of vision, balance of emotional, spiritual, in connection to the physical, earthy, perfect balance between those two things. And what you lay your eyes upon and what you decide to move forward with is going to be a success because you are so clear, because you are looking at that goal so specifically. That's why it's going to succeed. The karma card is what you put in, you get out. It's perfect balance. So if I work really hard, I get a really productive, wonderful outcome. That doesn't always happen in life. You can work your butt off on something, and then the result is that no one purchases it. You know? So that can be an imbalance as well. Today, there is no imbalance. So what you put out, you get back. Right. So what does it mean overall? Don't be afraid to spend time with other people. Keep your eyes open, see what interests you, and look at what gives you a sense of fire and passion within yourself, whether it's doing something new in a practical way, whether it's an idea you become passionate about, or whether it is another person you become passionate about. I really think that allow yourself to be passionate because you are balanced, perfectly balanced, and you're completely in control. So no one can touch you today. You're emotionally, spiritually, physically invincible. And that in itself is very attractive to other people. That's partly why most of these things are self-fulfilling prophecies, self-fulfilling prophecies, So if you feel like you've overcome the physical world and you're really in control and you're in connection with the higher realms and you feel connected to your higher power, you're complete within yourself. Other people sense that. They're like, wow, there he goes. He doesn't need anybody or anything. I love that. I want some of that. I'm so reliant on my wife, for instance, or my husband, whatever it may be. So it's a day of really being self-reliant, allowing yourself to focus on the things that you love, not the things that your kids love or your granny loves or your sister loves, but what you love. And Instead of doing the dishes or cleaning house like you do on Sunday, a lot of people work Monday to Friday. On Saturday, they clean house. On Sunday evening, they cook meals for the week and make their lunches and sandwiches for the week ahead. I could not, oh, that kind of boring, dull routine would never work for me. Some people love that kind of structure. But today, all of that routine and structure is thrown out the window. So if you're someone who clings to routine for dear life, be careful today, because that rug is going to be pulled out from under you. What that is replaced with is laser sharp focus and a sense of being able to judge others. So also don't be Judge Judy today, okay? Don't be too judgmental. Remember though, when you point at someone, 3 fingers point back at you, okay? So only connect with other people in a sense of positivity and fun and people who are your equals. Don't go around judging people and thinking that you are above others. You're not. You are beholden to these laws the same way everyone else is. And I don't think that this is going to go to your head. I really think that you naturally sense that balance, and that's why you can have great relationships today. You can really pursue a new passion of yours that you discover and that you can absolutely make progress with, and that will ultimately lead to freedom. Because when you start something on such a solid, even level, you have a great foundation on which you can build your house. So today is about, again, illumination, seeing things, having perfect balance, and then being able to take practical action on the information you receive, either from seeing it in the real world or overhearing someone or having a conversation or seeing a sign somewhere, or the information may come from seeing something that's not tangible. Look, the stars are down here. So maybe you connect with your higher self, and that then gives you the information that gives you clarity. It's going to manifest itself differently for everyone who watches, obviously, because we're all different. But just remember that this is a day of really being able to liberate yourself from the patterns and the routines of your life. So have fun with that. And don't try and keep everything structured and organized today, because you're fighting a losing battle. Because today is about throwing out the routine, being focused on something new that is going to provide you with a very balanced future that gives you much more freedom than you do have now. And it's also freedom from negative relationships. So if you are someone who's struggling in a relationship and you've been in that relationship for a long time and you have been betrayed and you've forgiven her, and you have been heartbroken, but you've forgiven him, and you have lost her because she went to work in Switzerland for 6 months, but she came back, and you forgave her all of those things. But now you're still in this situation and you just can't get out of the relationship because you just feel like you don't have the strength. Today you're given that strength to totally throw your whole life up in the air, or to upend your life completely and to look at your new vision. And it's interesting that this is Greta Garbo, because Greta Garbo famously said, "I want to be alone." So she is alone. And she decides what she likes. She decides what those laser beams are going to focus on. No one tells her what to do. No one tells you what to do today either. You just quietly, confidently know what you're about, what you're aiming for, and other people can come along on the ride if they're positive and if they add something. If not, you're going to be I think you're going to be quite stern today. And if someone doesn't do it for you and they want to come with on this adventure that you have with your friends, and you don't want them to be part of that, then I think you really don't struggle to assert yourself today and to say, actually, no, you weren't invited, so you can't come. Most people don't have the, if someone party crashes and they're part of your friendship circle, most people don't have the guts to say, actually, you weren't invited, please leave, because it's just so awkward. But today, you don't have any qualms about that. So also expect, possibly, if you are unreasonable, if you're the partner in a relationship that's making the other one unhappy, then expect someone to really raise that and to express their concern over what's going on, or you to express your concern. It is Mercury in retrograde, so I wouldn't make drastic changes at the moment because we can't really trust information as such. Mercury retrograde is always problematic. Even poor Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star, who launched this new palette on November 1st, Mercury went retrograde October 31st. I don't know if you watch these guys. They're very popular YouTubers. They're around 30. They both have very complicated lives. They're eating disorders and they have huge fan bases and followings. And they decided to make this makeup palette, and it's a huge success and it's massive. But they had loads of technical issues and shipping difficulties. And that's what we expect during Mercury retrogrades. You know, my computers that are uploading the video yesterday, I had to render it and edit it, and then the thing crashed. So instead of it taking me 20 minutes, it took me 2 hours for one tiny little video. Accept it, don't fight it, because you'll become frustrated. It's just one of those things, one of those wonderful things. So, number-wise, let's see what this means. Justice is the 8th card in this deck. Sometimes they switch it. They make it 11 or 8. So in this deck, it's 8, so I'm going to honor that. 8 and 3 is 11, and 2 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4, and 4 is stability and structure. And I said you can have a foundation on which you can build your house, and that is also really important to remember. That you know yourself better than anyone, and you can build a wonderful foundation today that's going to pursue your life passion purpose, and that's really solid, and that can really be a jumping off point for a new chapter in your life that's going to be very successful. So I hope that gives you an idea of what you're working with here on Sunday the 3rd. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the book your readings button now, or the shop tab to order your reading with me. I've got a new website out, and you can also pre-order the Gregory Scott Tarot. It's my own deck of tarot cards that's coming out over the next few months. That's available to pre-order now, so check out the website, gregoryscott.com. If you like this video, please hit subscribe and share it online. That'd be wonderful. Have a fantastic Sunday, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.